Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Azine Williams. Okay. Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Azine Williams. Yes, guys. I told you guys I will be having this live streams every day. No, not every day. Oh, sorry. Oh, every Sunday by 12 p.m. I overslept. Hi, Oluwatosin Adams. Hi, Ebi. Happy Sunday. Hi, Light Toka. Happy Sunday. Like, I overslept this afternoon. I didn't even know that it's past, like, it's almost 1 p.m. And I set my alarm for 12 p.m. But because I didn't have any sleep last night, I had to, like, I woke up very late this afternoon, but I'm here. Yes, guys. Thank you. Yes, I do. I do. But I'm here now. I not even bother going to my studio to shoot because I don't have that power now. Yes, guys. So, the week that was, it was the most chaotic week we've ever witnessed in the history of Big Brother. Ike has got to be we all know Ike, he loves chaos. This time around, he created chaos and the chaos almost consumed him. Yes, guys. So today is an eviction Sunday. Hopefully the jury do right this time around. Happy Sunday, Fumilayo Babajide. Happy Sunday, Ibanga Bride. Thank you guys for watching. Please do not forget to click on the like button. Yes, guys. So it's another eviction Sunday. The jury, I hope it's not the same jury we had last week. I hope they change different jury from time to time. I hope that's what happens. So the housemaid themselves, they just finished from the salon. Ike's hair. Did you guys see what Fraud did to Ike's hair? I don't even know what to say about that. Like, Fraud basically just spoiled his hair. Now Ike is walking around with a gorimapa, if you know what I mean. Like, his hair, there's no longer hair on his head, which is quite funny for me. I mean, the guy wanted chaos. So, like I said, the chaos he created has actually consumed him. But that being said, happy Sunday, Akim Atanda. Happy Sunday, Gifts Sylvester. Happy Sunday, Alera Pesu. Yes, guys. So that being said, let's talk about why we are here. The week in focus. Something happened yesterday. So for the first time this season, we saw an interaction between Cross and Angel. Yes, guys. So Angel had to come call a CeCe high Cross to go talk with Ilebaye. Even Angel went ahead to have a conversation with Ilebaye, trying to tell her to have a communication or conversation with Cross so that she knows her stand in Cross's life. Yes, guys. Now, for a lot of Cross Gel shippers, it was good news. Like, for the first time, their faves are actually in communication, actually talking to each other. And some people are feeling like, okay, maybe if they put in an effort here and there, you know, maybe, just maybe, something can happen between the two. But for me, I don't think so. I think that ship is done and dead. But the shippers, you know how delusional, how hopeful, how optimistic. I mean, did I just say optimistic? How optimistic shippers can be, they still feel like there will be something that will come out of Cross and Angel's ship. What are your thoughts on that? Please let me know in the comment section. Happy Sunday, Clara King. Happy Sunday. Favor is Sata. Yes, guys, do not forget to click on the like button and make sure you share, you comment as usual. Another ship that's actually giving me content, or X ship rather, not a ship, but X ship, is Mercy and Ike. See, I've noticed something with Mercy and Ike, right? Ike, contrary to what a lot of people think that Ike is obsessed with Mercy. I do not think so. I think that Ike is trying to, I don't know, keep close to Mercy because he feels like there is something about Mercy that can actually propel him to the finals or something. Not because I don't feel like he is in any way obsessed with Mercy at all. I also feel like Mercy needs Ike in her life in that house because she feels that Ike is one person that, even though she might not trust him 100%, but at least the devil you know is better than the one you do not know, Abby. So I think that's what's happening with both of them. Yes. So yesterday night, they had a conversation where Mercy was asking Ike about, herself, what he thinks about, how she should up her game, because according to her, what she's seeing in the house is her throwback. She's done the fashion thing. She's done the fight thing, and now it's almost like she wants Ike to give her an idea on what to do now, like how to top her game, how to up her game, and all that. And personally, I don't see anything wrong in that, but it kind of like shows me that she actually does value Ike's contribution, and she knows that Ike is a smart person. And listening to Ike, the way he talked about the game, I mean, yesterday, you could see that Ike is a very, very smart person, right? He knows how to read people. Like, he talked about how Mercy has this thing where the girls, want to follow what she does, how a lot of girls are already playing a game of, trying to be like CeCe. He actually sees what this comment is making me laugh. Cross gel to the world. We are not dead. I'm not saying people are dead, but the ship is dead. Honestly, that ship is dead and gone. But I mean, let's never say never. Let's see how that will go. But for me, I feel like the cross gel ship, that it has capsized and there is nothing. But a lot of the shippers, like Darling Hot Eyes, thinks that there is still potential in the ship. Just like a lot of Mary Ike shippers, they also think that, okay, because Mercy and Ike are kind of like being very cordial, asking for each other's opinion, that there will be a ship. Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think so. Hi, Felicity. Good afternoon. Ibanga Bride says, I didn't want them to be in a ship, but let them talk to each other. I enjoy watching them together. Me too. I love the fact that they can actually be cordial. Like Mercy and Ike, Cross and Angel. I just love the fact that they are cordial with each other, because like that's a confined space. And imagine keeping malice with somebody for how many days? 71 days. It can't be easy. I mean, people that you might actually be cool with or might be talking to might just be evicted one day, and you'll be left with that person that you've been carrying face for. So for me, I feel like they just need each other. But going back to that conversation that Mercy had with Ike, right? It kind of like, aside from their relationship dynamics, right? It kind of shows me that I might be wrong, but I'll still say what I think. I think that Mercy is really trying to find her foot this season. I don't know how to explain it, but she has, like, okay, like she said, she's in this house, and she can't use that fashion thing again, right? This season, because all the girls there are fashionistas, right? And all of them are changing their wigs. We see a Doyin that's always on makeup 247. Everybody is upping their fashion game, right? Thank you, Oyedamola. So everybody's upping their fashion game. So she can't really play that fashion thing. And she can't really play the fight thing, because that one belongs to CeCe now. Because we all know CeCe is that legend of throwing tantrums, fighting in Big Brother's house. So I feel like Mercy has not really been seen. Once in a while we see her, so once in a while we hear her, but I don't know how to explain it. She's not really that. I don't know. I know her fans, will say that, oh, she's big now, she doesn't have that thing, and all that. I get that. I'm not saying she should do too much. I'm not saying she should do more than she can do. But I'm just saying this season, let's leave fandom or stanship aside and let's just be truthful. Would you say that Mercy has actually found her foot this season in that house? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Would you honestly, watching the show for the past 3 weeks now, would you actually say that Mercy, yes, like she's had that hold in the house like she used to have in her season? Because for me, I do not think so. Well, that's why it's an all-star season, and I guess it's an all stars. We are bringing different characters, strong characters from different seasons. So, of course, if you want to find your place, you've got to work so hard for it. Thank you, Stella Maris. Alera says, truth be told, Mercy is just there. Ben Monday says, Mercy is not doing anything in that house. I won't say she's not doing anything in the house. I'll just say that she's finding it difficult to find her foot. Hence that conversation she had with Ike. Because me, oh, you know me, I don't take things, oh, I hear it, so I just run with it. I always like have to ask myself, why is she having that conversation? She really wants Ike to tell her something that she can do extra, to be seen. Like, I don't know how to put it, Sha. But for me, I'm not saying she's doing badly. I'm not saying she's invisible, but I just feel like she's just there. You understand? Just there. Other people are getting the highlights and she's not really getting that highlight. Sometimes we don't even see Mercy for hours in the house. Well, I think maybe it's the production, but also from what I've heard over seasons, if you're not really doing anything, they will not keep the camera on you, except for some time when they just decide to be crazy and decide to be showing us people that are sleeping and not people that are actually doing something. Yes, guys. Why are they underrating Adekunle? I don't think we are talking about Adekunle now. We'll still talk about Adekunle later on, but now let's just finish talking about Mercy and all that. What she expects is not what she's getting. The camera barely show her and Alex. I used to see Alex, so I'm not even going to cap. I used to see Alex. Just seeing Alex on usual height and dress, it does it for me. Mercy is just there. Other people are getting highlights. So yeah, that's just confirms, what I'm saying. We're not feeling Mercy at all because she's not doing anything. But the question is, what is she supposed to do more? They are showing CeCe 247. She has all the camera time. Interesting. Well, two things are involved in this camera time thing. It's either the production are being crazy, I don't know, or they just feel like you're not giving us something to actually focus on you, so we'll just focus on somebody that's giving us something. It's either that. It's either they're just being crazy or the other one. Because, watching Big Brother for how many years now, I think we can have an idea of how this thing works. But for me, I feel like Mercy is, and I think she knows. I think that's one thing also I love about Mercy. She is self-aware. She knows, hence that comes, she knows that, okay, it looks like I'm getting lost in this whole house thing. It looks like I'm not really up in my game because I've been there, done that. What more am I supposed to do? I think she knows and she's trying to work, to I don't know, to get that she's still the queen of highlights, but in this season, her highlight is not highlighted, but maybe it's just too early. Sorry guys. Maybe it's just too early because it's the third week. Yes, guys. Because Mercy is not doing too much, not true. They are just being crazy. I noticed she's not given enough camera time. I noticed that too. I think the camera thing Kanaga people complain of is same thing that is happening to her and Alex. Neo is giving us the vibes. Okay. That settles it for Mercy and Ike. But honestly, Ike has been having a lot of camera time this week. And I think it's because the guy has been a lot. See, I know we might not like Ike, or I know what Ike is. He has some characters that I personally don't like, but I'm not going to take away the fact that Ike actually made this week Very, very, very interesting. I mean, the previous 2 weeks we had, it was Ilebaye that was scattering everywhere, setting everywhere ablaze. Now, this week, Ilebe has gone a bit back to her shell, not really back full time. Or, the strike thing has really made Ilebe to go back a bit. You understand? But Ike has come out fully. He's out for everybody. Like Ike is chaos. He'll go to this person, tell this person another thing. He'll go to this person, tell this person another thing. Like Ike is something else. Ike is something else. But it's quite unfortunate that the Nigerian audience is, I don't know, we have a thing. If it was maybe the South African audience or maybe the US audience, there's no way you are telling me that Ike will be bottom three. There is no way. But I mean, we're just people that, stand ship. In stand ship, we stand. They will never shift from stand ship. And honestly, I feel like most of your faves in that house are still living on past glory. Not because they're actually doing anything in the house now. There are people that actually are doing a lot in the house, but quite unfortunately, we have this whole thing that, because I stand this person from 1990, I must be standing this person now. And I think that's one of the things that the fanship in Nigeria used to make me like, I don't understand how it works anyways. Clara says Neo is giving us vibes. I love Ike. Adit Proud. Hi. Interesting and chaotic too. Yes, he's giving us vibes. Ike is interesting. Very, very interesting, I must say. He's very, very interesting. He made this week hot. Even though I told you guys, some of the things he did this week, I didn't like it, but I just love the fact that he actually got the house. Like, they were not too comfortable this week because you don't know the Ike you are getting. You wake up in the morning, you don't know if you are getting the calm Ike or you are getting the crazy Ike. You do not know which one. And that's why most of them think that psychologically he needs help, but I don't think so. I think he's actually in control of everything, he is doing. And he's a very smart guy. I'll keep saying this. Ike is very, very, very smart. The way he reads people, the way he reads the game, yes, I give it to Ike. He's a very, very smart guy. And now I understand again why Mercy actually needs an Ike in her corner. Because if you look at it, let's leave fanship or stand them aside. If you look at it carefully, you actually see that back in the Pepperdam season, Ike played a very vital role in Mercy winning the show. I didn't get to see it that time, but looking at them now, it's quite evident that guy played a lot. Like, for him to even say, that Mercy owes him at that time, I won't even fault him now. I won't. As Starship is ruining the show, it reeks hypocrisy full time. I mean, the people who has given us the most content as well. Exactly. And people who just not want to see it. They will always say, my faith, your faith is not your faith is actually not giving anything in the house. Like, when I put on my TV, I'm seeing these other people, but it's quite unfortunate that these people are going to be leaving. You understand? But I think that's why they brought in the jury. So there's a way the jury can actually save people that are giving content. Initially, last week Sunday, I was like, why did the jury, leave Seyi? I was quite, cross with Seyi. But I kind of understand something. Seyi is not my favorite. You guys know that. But he also gives content. I'm not going to cap. I don't know how to lie about things like this. Seyi gives content in the show too. So if you ask me content-wise, will I remove a Seyi or will I remove a princess? I'll remove a princess from the show because content-wise, princess is not giving anything. But morally or maybe whatever belief-wise, I probably would take out Ike. But for the sake of, Seyi, but for the sake of the game, I'll rather take out princess that has been dulling everybody's vibes than take out Seyi. So I kind of understand why the jury took out princess and not Seyi. Indeed, Ike was Mercy's backbone in their season. It's so glaring. Yes, true. Ike played a major role. He read the game well then and now. Exactly. It's just quite unfortunate that we just go with the whole thing that, because it's Ike, because it's not like, honestly, when I watched the show, I'm really, really impressed with all the housemates, or most of the housemate rather. But when I come online and I see some of the comments, I'm like, nah, it can't be the same show we are watching now. It really can't be the same show. Because how are you guys praising somebody that has done basically nothing? And then you are hyping somebody that has done nothing in the house, and you're saying the person is giving. What is this person giving? And when somebody talks about it, you call the person a hater. Well, I've always been called a hater, so I don't care. Anyways, aside from the messy EK dynamics and all that, let's talk about Neo Venita. I don't know, but for me, that thing that they are doing in Big Brother's house, beefing each other, it's not, it's weird. Maybe it's just me, but it's actually weird. Before we go into that, let me read some comments. Now, the jury has to be very unbiased. Princess was coming out of her shell. All she is giving this time as content is family abuses and tax. It's still content. It's still something like Princess was really, let's not even lie. She was given 2 weeks to come out of her shell, but she didn't. Be a week rather. She didn't. It took her. And that's the same thing she did in her season. I watched Princess post interviews and she was blaming every other person but herself. And me, I'm not the kind of person that if I mess up, I accept my mess up with my full chest. I didn't do anything, to come out early. We understand everybody has their own time and pace. But how can she come out and say, oh, why is it that every time it's my own turn, they're always using me for experiments? The other time it was pairing, now it's jury. Is she the only one that was paired? Wouldn't the jury take out somebody else this weekend? So I feel like Princess has, I don't know what to call it. It took her a lot. The only time we saw actually Princess coming out isn't after that whole fight with Ilebaye and going for Neo and all that. Aside from that, what else? But Sheyi is, he knows how to abuse people's parents, which I absolutely hate. I've not hidden my own feelings about that. But we cannot take away the fact that Sheyi is always there. Like, he's not hidden. There's no way you will talk about Big Brother and not talk about Sheyi now. I don't know if you get it. And I think that's the reason, because Princess wasn't really giving anything in the house, honestly. Ike must be protected at all costs. There is more to Ike, of course. In terms of games, he's playing it. And from everything he's been up to, including the stealing of the coins, he leaves some of us intrigued. Yes, well, true. But some of us are pays faster than others, though. True, yes. And yeah, for Princess, she wasn't giving anything. And I think I'm really much more pissed at her now, because she came out of the show and all she did was blame everybody. Blame Ilebaye, saying that Ilebaye was go watch her interview, guys. Go watch her interviews. Then you come back and you understand what I'm saying. I didn't even bother talking about it, because for me, I'm like, baby, you're still doing the same thing you did back in 2018. 2018 when you came out, blaming Bito for your eviction from the house and leaving yourself as part of the people that were paired. Anyways, that being said, let's talk about Neo and Venita for a bit. I'm concerned genuinely about how both of them are moving in the house. If it's just two people that are housemates, honestly, we are used to that. But people that are like first cousins, yeah, they're first cousins, they have the same surname, something is off. Something isn't right with them. It's either their matter is deeper than we know, or they're actually playing a game with us. I honestly didn't see the game part until somebody sent me a DM on Instagram and told me, Ezine, these people might actually be using us to play a game. These people probably have planned this thing before coming into the house. And thinking of it, knowing the kind of character that Venita is, knowing the kind of person that Neo is, it's quite believable. But we are not going to rule away the fact that, or rule out the fact that this their family feud that they are doing in Big Brother, it doesn't make any sense. Every time you hear them say things like, oh, what this person has done to me, what this person has, like, what exactly have they done to each other? That's why I said I don't want them to fight. I don't want them to fight on our screens, because we're going to hear things. And I don't want that. I don't like people washing their dirty linens outside, especially family issues. For me, it's not entertainment. You understand? It's a different thing when, this person and this person are fighting and they're not related. For me, it's different. But family, I don't want them to fight. I beg. It's either they evict one now so that the other one will stay, or they evict both of them together. Because what they are doing there, and now Adekunle is in the middle of it all. Some people are thinking that Adekunle is instigating the whole thing. Some people are thinking that Venita is the one pushing Adekunle, and all that. At this point, I don't even know. I don't even know. Let me read some comments. Mariama Jallo says, I like Ilebaye. She is the star this season, but Ilebaye is messing up. We'll come to our issue very soon. Venita strike me as someone that bear grudges. Yeah. Val Madruva says, as for Venita and Adekunle, that ship should burn. Wow. So Baba can go for, I hope the ship works for him. As for those cousins beefing themselves, that is a real gain. So that since I don't like Venita at all. I guess that's what you wanted to write. Venita should go, please. Man, the tussle between those cousins takes me aback most times. I actually thought it looked planned. There again, Venita always trash Neo on social media more. Adekunle needs to chill on those two. Go back to the Ilebaye topic. Yes, we will come. I mean, I already have what I want to talk about here. It's my phone. So yes, we'll talk about Ilebaye much later. So Adekunle and Venita are not compatible at all. Adekunle is playing Shakes and Bella but not giving. Really? Okay, if you ask me, yeah, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I actually think that it's Venita that is using Adekunle. Yes. I think Venita is using Adekunle because how did that ship even start? Let's go back to the beginning. You understand? First, it just happened so, I don't know. Even when the ship started, I remember I did a video and I told you guys, there is something that to me doesn't look right. Because you remember Adekunle is the first person to win the head of house this season, if I'm not mistaken. And you know how Adekunle, his mouth is he's always talking about things he has seen. Adekunle is also very observant. He's smart, observant, but sometimes his observations are mad with his own personal conviction. That's the difference between Adekunle and Ike. Ike will see red and observe it and say, truly, that thing is red. But Adekunle will see red, or might not even see the red, but will see something that looks like red. But because probably he has his own feelings, about that particular thing, he probably will say, oh, it's not really bright red, but it's maroon. But it's because it's this, that's why it's not red. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean. Ike will observe something, remove every form of feelings from it, and say things as he's seeing it. But Ike will not go and be spilling whatever he observes to everybody. But Adekunle will just be, spilling and spilling. And most times, I think that was another issue he had in his season. I remember there was a time, was it Big Brother or Ebuka that asked him, I don't know who, there was somebody that asked him how he knows or something. And the way he's trying to read the game, it comes off as, there are people we call then in primary school or secondary school ITK, right? Sometimes I feel like Adekunle is that person, and Venita, knows that, this guy, this is the kind of guy that she can use for her game. I don't think Adekunle is, I still feel Adekunle somehow is still going through what happened to him last year. I love this new version of Adekunle, but I feel his heart is still going through what happened to him with Allison last year. I remember their reunion it was this year, right? So him going into this relationship with Venita, for me, it's like, see me now, I'm doing better now. That's just it. But let me read some comments, Sha. I think Venita wants to control Neo, but it's not working. For sure, Venita is using Adekunle because she feels he is very strategic and understands the game well. She needs the brain. Ike is very calculative. He's playing his game well. Adekunle thinks Ship will help him in the game, but it's going to mess him up. Yes, Venita is using Ade, and I think Ade is kind of scared of Venita. Or maybe he is happy kissing and sleeping on the same bed with a celebrity. Which one? Celebrity kwa? They are playing themselves. Bad boy decks in the mud. PTSD is a big issue. Thank Thank you. Thank you. I think that's why he has boxed himself in that ship. See, do you know where I actually found out that okay, this ship is, you know me, I'm a lover of love. I'm a lover of beautiful things. If I see beautiful things, I'll comment, I'll laugh, I'll enjoy it. But does that mean I'm shipping? I'm not shipping anybody this season. But do you remember that day? I think that was last week, Monday. Yeah? Week, oh yeah, the Monday that just passed. That fight started with Venita and Adekunle. Remember how he was mouthing to Neo? Did I say Venita and Adekunle? Sorry, Venita and Neo rather. Remember how Adekunle was mouthing to Neo to shut up, to say sorry? That didn't seem right to me. I just saw it and I said, now wow, because that didn't seem right to me. You understand? Like, that ship, I just feel for Neo, I feel like Adekunle is having a rebound. Like, I didn't get it last year. Look at me now. You know when you are trying to show people that look at me now, I'm with a final woman, I'm with this woman now. You people thought that I could, because any moment Adekunle gets, he always talks about how his season was not it. He didn't get this kind of people in his season. His season was not okay and all that. Why do you think he always says that? Because if you ask somebody like, let's say, if you ask somebody like Bella about their season, because she enjoyed her season, probably she would tell you a different thing. If you ask somebody like Fina, they enjoyed their season, they will tell you that their season is, is okay, is the best. But because Adekunle had a very bad experience in his season, which I will not blame him for, that's why he always feels like, you know what, I'm doing better now. I'm with this fine babe now. And Venita is like, okay, I've seen somebody that can use, to cover up whatever it is I'm going to do. I see somebody that I can put out an image of, I've redeemed him, I'm his savior. I mean, you could hear her talk about him when they had their first fight. She was like, oh, I mean, without me, can he talk to, a few people or some certain people in the house? I'm the one that elevated him. I'm the one that brought him out and all that. I don't know if you guys saw that. So in my head, she has this whole savior mentality with Adekunle. And I don't know how that ship will end, Sha. For me, I don't think that ship is shipping. Chiki says, me, I liked Cross game more than anyone. Cross is an original entertainer without even a person next to him. Okay, exactly. Thank you. Let's talk about White Money. I don't think Adekunle was ready to come back to the show mentally. Hi, I don't know how to pronounce this. Your name is filled with a lot of emojis. Anyways, so that's it about Adekunle and Neo and Venita. And the thing here is, if Neo and Venita eventually reconcile, who do you think will actually be the bad person? Do you think it's Venita? Nah, it will be Adekunle, because now Neo there's this whole, because of Venita and the way she talks about puts Adekunle, Ike is already seeing Adekunle as an enemy. Neo is already seeing Adekunle as an enemy. Pere is already seeing Adekunle as an enemy. But let's see how this works out as the show progresses. To me, I feel Adekunle wants to end it, but does not have the balls. I love you. So, okay, thank you. Okay, so moving on. Who else is in my book to talk about, though? Let me see who else I want to... Okay, Ilebaye. So, Ilebaye got me pissed yesterday. So after I did that video early this morning, so I went back to watch. I probably should have gone back to sleep, but I said no, let me watch and see what again will happen. So there was a situation. You all know that Cross was tipsy yesterday, and I noticed something too. I noticed at the party, Cross really didn't dance with Ilebaye. I don't know why they didn't fight, so I really don't understand what happened. So Cross, after the party, told Doyin that, she's entering his eye and all that, and Doyin shut him down. See, I think that we judge Doyin too harsh. Like, we judge her too much. What another housemate would do and will overlook it, Doyin would do it and will have an issue with it. For me, it also shows the hypocrisy we have, as Big Brother fans. Anyways, that being said, Doyin shut him down and said, you know what, you are my girl and all that. And later on, when I finished doing that video in the morning, that was when Angel went to pick Cross so that he can have a conversation with Ilebaye. And Tony also carried the matter on her head because she was like, oh, that Ilebaye is crying because Cross didn't want to talk to her or something of that sort. And she asked Cross who Cross loves in the house. At first, Cross said, I think he said Big Brother or himself, I'm not sure. Then I think he later said Mercy, and Tony was like, oh, you like Mercy because of a big bob, a big bum bum and all that. And he was like, no, that they have a special relationship outside of the house. Then I think there was a time Pere and Cross, went into the blue room and all that, and Ilebaye didn't want to have a conversation with him. And later on, there was a conversation between Angel and Ilebaye, and it looks like Gen Z Buddy has now started catching feelings for Cross. Do you know why I'm laughing? It's because this babe literally said, you know what? It's all play. And I remember last week Saturday, not this Saturday that just passed, the other Saturday that she and CeCe got into that fight. I remember vividly that when they came out of the party room, I think it was Mercy that called her or something around there. And Mercy said something like, you should leave this guy Cross or you will cry or something of that sort. Not like a threat. No, she was actually advising Ilebaye. I remember I heard, something of that sort. And Ilebaye retorted and said, that she's not going to cry because it's not her heart and that she was just having fun. And looking at her yesterday, it just reminded me of that thing that's encounter between her and Mercy. So she's actually going to like Cross. But then again, do I actually believe that she's in love with Cross or liking Cross? Because isn't that the same thing she did with Neil? Because tell me how you can like one guy for a week and then you have moved on to this other guy and now you are acting as if you are so much in love with this guy. I don't think she's in love with Cross. I don't think she likes Cross that way. Because look at it now. Is it not the same thing that happened with Neo that we were all screaming, leave Neo alone, leave Neo alone. Now it's Cross. Nah, thinking about it now, I think Ileba is playing a game. Yeah, I think she's playing a game. Oyedamala says, I love the game Cross is playing. What exactly is the game Cross is playing? I feel like Cross is just being Cross. He doesn't really have any game plan, or maybe his game plan is for people to see him as not a threat and as outgoing free guy. Maybe that's his, because the Cross I'm seeing this season is still the same Cross I saw in the Shine Your Eye season. Nothing really has changed, if you ask me. Adekunle, because even fans will choose the females in ship to arise for. I think Doyin is an instigator. She doesn't like Ilebaye to be with other housemates and being free from her cage. When Baye is with White Money, Cross, Alex, and Pere, Doyin doesn't like it. Baye is Doyin's strategy. Doyin carry what Cross was telling her to Baye. See, that's the thing. I'm not against her telling Baye that thing. I actually wanted her to tell Baye whatever she wanted to tell her about Cross when she is sober. I didn't want her to tell her, like, you telling her that stuff about Cross and all that. Also, I think there was a time that somebody said, is it Venita that said something that Alex kissed somebody and it's not, I don't know, but telling her that stuff when she is drunk. Like, if it's me and my friend's man moved to me, and I know that my friend is always vulnerable when she's high, and I know I love my friend, right? I wouldn't go to my friend when she's high to tell her. I'll wait for my friend to be sober, probably the next day. Then we have that conversation. So for me, that was where I felt like Doyin did not try. Because when she told Baye that thing, of course, Baye is already tipsy. Of course, she would react. And you know that this babe already has 2 strikes. But then again, anyway, let's continue reading the comments. On Baye, well, if I was Doyin, I would leave her to her fate. Drunk or tipsy or not, nothing she does for Baye is tagged, instigating, fake, blame shifting, puppet master. Baye is so aware. She is, though. But I just didn't want her to tell her when she was tipsy. Honestly, that's what it is. But I also feel like we also judge Doyin harshly. Um, do you think there is a thing still hanging there with Cross and Angel? No, I don't think so. Cross is not playing any game. I don't think he's playing any game too. Ilaba love with Cross. She's playing games. I think so too. Let's talk about Alex usual and Perez situation. What's there to talk about? Honestly, I believe Doyin is using Baye for advantage. Well, I don't think so, Sha. I believe that Doyin is that kind of a friend that she always wants you to be aware of whatever is happening around you. Her timing might not always be perfect. Her words might not always come out right, but I think her intentions are always clear. But her timing, the way she put out the words, might be a problem. Cross is a sweet guy and free with everybody, so I love Cross. Exactly, Cross is Cross, nothing new to him. Sweet, jovial, and joker master. Exactly. But Cross was drunk. She knows Cross was joking. How would you know? If see, why? How would you know Cross was joking? If she had offered Cross her lip at that moment, they would have kissed. So there is nothing between Alex and Perry. I don't think there's anything too. Doyin always have imaginary relationship and attraction in her head. That same she did with Kid, Ike, Perek, now Cross, since those guys are not attracted to her and Baye has that spice with the guys. I honestly disagree. No, we saw what we saw. Cross actually told her. I watched the conversation. I think I even recorded it somewhere. This one, I'm not going to put it on Doyin. Cross actually made advances at Doyin. This is not in her head. Let's not say that. That's not fair. That's why I believe Doyin manipulating Baye. Your friend was highest, yet you fed her with instigating stuff. I don't think that's manipulation either. What I described is wrong timing. I don't think it's manipulation. Do you think Pera is playing a game? Definitely. We'll talk about Pera later. There's something I want to remind you guys of that I think like a lot of us are actually forgetting. What do you think with some gel? They have good communication, but there is something I'm not feeling as cordial. Some gel is just, for me, it's cute. It's a ship for the season, if that makes sense. It's a ship for the house. Angel has a boyfriend outside, so don't even think of shipping them on the outside. That's my own 2 cents. Do you think Pera is playing a game? Yes. Please, Had Mercy is plotting against Ilebaye. Check it out on it. It's trending. Plotting? Well, I've not seen that yet. My problem is that Doyin talk too much and she doesn't know the things to say at the right time. Venita said Alex and Neo kiss, which was a lie. They said Neo peck all the ladies in the house. You see, Venita goes ahead in getting stuff. But why Doyin sat on Cross? Why would she sit? I don't understand. Which one is why did Doyin sit on Cross? Cross and Ilebaye. See, let me just say this, right? I love Ilebaye. I love Cross. You all know that. But I'm not going to say because of them, I will now paint Doyin black. Which one is why is Doyin sitting on Ilebaye? There's nothing exclusive there. They are not an exclusive item. Do you understand? They were just the whole thing is for them to catch cruise, have fun, in Ilebaye's words. So if Doyin had even gone ahead to have something to do with Cross and they become exclusive, I wouldn't really blame her, because just like Neo and Talani Badge with Uriel situation or Princess situation, they have not really said, okay, we are in a ship. Do you understand? It's a different thing with maybe Soma and Angel, or a different thing with Adekunle and Venita. These two people have always said that they are catching cruise. So that's why my own ish is probably Ilebe is playing a game, because she has also agreed that they are playing a game. So why on earth would she bring in the feelings or acting as if, she has feelings for this guy, when both of you has established that your own is to kiss, touch, and go? Anyways, I cannot stand viewers that undermine the housemate they feel they can pick on. So because she does not have big boobs and butts, so all of a sudden she's ugly and guys are not attracted to her. This is insane. Who is that? Oh, is it Doyin they're talking about? Wow. Do you think Para is playing Toby? No. At some point, yes, he wanted to be like the guy in between Alex and CeCe, but I think he has switched. That's no longer his game now. But she was also flirting with Cross. Why will you sit on the lap of a guy your friend has interest in, calling him sunshine and hugging him if there was nothing there, as you say? Doyin is how do I explain this now for you to understand? There is no ship. Ilebaye has said it times and time again that they are just cruising, that Cross is free to do whatever he wants with other babes. She said it after the kids that pool party, you know, like she said it. So why is it an issue? This is not a Doyin issue. I only said that Doyin shouldn't have told, Ilebaye when she was tipsy, knowing she would react. That was my issue. But the sitting and everything, that one is on Cross. Yes, because no matter how, I mean, look at it's not Adekunle that was playing with Angel yesterday. Didn't you see how he carried Angel and all that? Why didn't we say, oh, Adekunle, why did you carry Angel? Why are we not saying that? So it's because it's the hypocrisy, because it's Doyin, then it's a problem. You know me, I would never be a party to that. So let's leave that one aside. Honestly, I don't think it's a Cross problem. It's Cross that is going to Doyin, and Doyin shut him down. It's not like Doyin said, oh, let's do. Nah, she actually shut him down. But if it's the real sense of it, did she actually have? If we're looking at it logically, these people are not in a relationship. The guy is single as F, right? So she's even a good girl. That's why I said Doyin is a very, very good girl. Because now, see, if we are dragging Doyin for this, remember last season, are we going to remember what happened last season? That we all came here and defended and said, oh, he's no longer in a relationship. So if you didn't have a problem with that, why are you having a problem with Doyin now? And it's not as if Doyin even encouraged him to have a relationship with him or something like that. So do you think White Money likes CeCe? White Money likes himself. He's just a generous person that likes just himself. Doyin would never look good. Doyin looks good to me. It's not like doing anything negative for all the trolling she gets on Twitter. Just asking because all the time I come across her name, it's only negative trolling I see. Venita is overbearing. She's forming older on national TV. I think Cross likes Ilebaye, but once Cross the boss comes in, he is for the streets. Do you think Uriel likes Neo? Okay, let's talk about Neo and Uriel for a bit. I was having secondhand embarrassment on behalf of Uriel last night. I'm not even gonna lie. She said a lot of things that I don't know. Maybe it's because she was drunk and she was honey. Maybe that's why. But honestly, yes, she's in lust, not in love. She's in lust with Neo, and her body go calm down. You understand? I just feel like she just likes the guy the way he smells and everything. And there's something about a guy that you feel like he's not available, but still the whole thrill of the whole thing, that's what putting her. I'm sure outside of the house, there won't even be anything between Neo and Uriel. I just think the whole house, the environment and everything is contributing to it. So right now, yes, she's talked about it a lot. Yes, I think Uriel does like Neo, but how solid is that? Like that, I cannot say. Yes, guys, about White Money, I don't feel like White Money actually not genuinely. He genuinely is okay with all the housemate, right? But I don't think romantically he likes anybody in that house. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think White Money is just a caring person, but it's a very calculative person. Oh, like people are saying White Money, say White Money and all this. White Money is very, very calculative. Very. You see him, he's not playing a game in that house. He is playing a game in that house, but subtly. He's not as pronounced as it was in his season, but it's a very, very calculative and corny person. It takes a lot of observation for you to actually see that White Money can really, really be cunning, but a lot of them don't see it. So yeah, and that's the thing about White Money. They don't see it. They don't see it. The people that are seeing the issue that White Money has, they can see it 1 minute and the next minute they go back to eating his food because he's always giving you this good guy thing and everything. And I genuinely believe that White Money is a good guy, but it's so hard to figure him out and stick with that thing, because you always have need to run to white money because he's your safe space. I don't know if that makes sense. Um, don't you try to don't you try to kiss Cross? Really? I didn't know that. Oh, honestly, Euro is always in character most times, so I honestly do not take her seriously, but enjoy her banter. True. Now, White Money is very caring, but he is a master. Thank you. What do you think of Alex's game this season? Alex's game has a lot to do with Alex's game has a lot. Okay, let me put it this way. CeCe and Alex, they always have each other in mind, right? And when they are not attacking each other, it's almost like just that CeCe has found a way to maneuver that she and Alex situation. But they still have a way of always talking about each other. Do you get? Like subconsciously, they throw jabs at each other. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday that CeCe was coming, I think from the kitchen area, and Alex was going to the dressing area or something of that sort. And okay, yeah, it was yesterday. Alex and Perry were playing that they were playing, and CeCe was coming. Obviously, CeCe could hear them, and Alex was like, "When I finish dealing with you, you'll be talking to yourself alone in the mirror." Now, for a lot of people, that's just a normal talk. But for me, that was their season. I knew that was kind of a subtle jab at CeCe. Because if you watch their season, you know there was a time that CeCe was so alone in that house that she was talking to herself in the mirror. Like, she will always talk about things that CeCe did in their season. I just feel there's a lot of CeCe in Alex's game, and there's a lot of Alex in CeCe's game. But this past few days, we've seen CeCe try to move ahead, or I don't know how to put it. Like, it's not much of Alex in her game anymore. But I don't know how to put it, Sha. But Alex, she's just there too. Like I said, most of your faves are just living in past recognition and glory. That's it. I love you, Azine. Immediately I play your video, everyone in the house just joined. Oh, thank you. Joins me to recite your intro. I know I am okay. And sometimes I'm scared to hear your views, especially when we have don't be. I always try to balance it. I don't go ahead and I don't have any vendetta against any of the housemates. No, I don't. If they do something that I don't quite agree with, you know me, I will say it as it is. I don't have time to. I say my mind. I don't follow what every other person says. I might be wrong, I might be right, but it's still cool. If it's something that I'm wrong about, I learn, we move. But to say that Ezine will say, oh, because everybody's saying this, that she'll say it. Nah, that's not Ezine at all. But on Alex's game, she needs to prove to the viewers that CeCe is still bitter and she's a goody two shoes and a saint. Now, Ade Price has actually said it clearer than I can actually say it. She needs to prove to the viewers, okay, she believes she's a guy's girl, and so she feels safe and not given. Although I can excuse highness, but I still do believe alcohol brings out, suppresses is to destroy. Hey, Doyin strategy is to destroy. Hey, relationships in the house. I know of White Money's game. I feel that way too. Wow. Hi, Choma. See, I don't leave Doyin alone. Leave Doyin alone. Leave Doyin alone. How about for Alex and CeCe matter? Even the angels in heaven cannot settle. Not even in the afterlife. They should move on. They can actually see. They're still stuck. I'm going to be very blunt on this. I feel both Alex and CeCe are still stuck in 2018. But the past few days that CeCe spent in the head of house lounge, CeCe has actually, I don't know, she's risen above that. I will not say she's risen above that 100%, but the version of CeCe I saw this past week, look at her throughout this past week, ever since that fight happened between she and Elebayi. Have you actually seen? How many times can you or would you actually say that CeCe talked about Alex this past week? Be sincere. She has tried. I applaud her for that. I just wish Alex would just, free herself. Don't try to, this thing she's always trying, she's doing that, oh, they don't want me to contribute, so I will not contribute. They don't want me to write. Writing is your thing, then do it. It's Big Brother's house. It's nobody's house. See, I will always make reference to Fina. Why? Because that babe, even though she won her season, there's a reason she won her season. And that is, if Fina knows how to do something, even if you try to belittle her, she will still do that thing with confidence. And I think Alex should do that too. And I hear Alex say things like, oh, there are some people here I can't even have issues with because we have mutual friends I respect. Do those people respect the mutual friends that you people share? It's a game, oh. Everybody's there for their own self. Everybody's there for their own self. Do what you have to do. If somebody steps on you, of course, you don't have to go violent on a person, but you have to speak up for yourself. Forget about mutual friends that you people share. When you go outside, the mutual friends will settle you people. Okay, for Alexa, okay. I love Cross and Angel as friends. You love Cross and Angel as friends and Lord lovers. Me too. Can we all agree that C-Badge? Talani Badge. Kobosi. Yes, so I won't say she's a furniture haba. No, that's kind of an insult. But no, T-Badge should go, please. What is she doing there? She is guarding her treasure. What are you people saying? Talani is guarding her treasure. Neo. Did you hear what she said? Neo can flirt with... Okay, they asked her, are you and Neo together? No. Neo has not claimed her. She has not claimed Neo. But for her, she feels like Neo can dance with everybody, flex with anybody, but he will always come back to her. As what? His wife? I don't like Alex's game at all. She is the CeCe shadow and always trying to sell the girls don't like me because I like boys. I'm a boys girl. Fina, my lover. Fina is goated. Very stuck in 2018. However, CeCe is showing us both crazy and bubbling self and mixing fantastically. I actually like the new CeCe and I hope she maintains this. Give basketballs but still have fun. Exactly. What is T-Bad doing there? Fina is an all-rounder for sure. If Chichi and Fina still together in one house, they will settle. Of course, like those ones, they are all about their money though. Fina, I know, is all about their money. I don't know if they will settle. But I know, Sha, that there will be basketballs between them, but you will still see the other fun side of them. It won't be somebody living under another person's shadow. That's what I think. Totally Badge is... I don't know the word to use. Tonani Badge presence in that house is all about Neo. Venita is Neo's godmother, in quotes, even though they are cousin. Then Tonani Badge is his fairy godmother. Because you cannot tell me that Big Brother gave you a second chance to redeem yourself. You came into the show the first time. You were all about Prince, and a sprinkle of Neo here and there. Prince gave you Ella. You came out of the show. Prince decided to move on with Dora. You tried to pursue Neo. At the reunion, V finished you with her mouth. And you claimed and swore with everything you held dear that you were not interested in Neo. Now, Big Brother has called you back again. Tolani, come and redeem yourself. Come and tell the world that there is a lot to Tolani Badge than just chasing after men that are not claiming her. But what did you decide to do? Come into the house and become HR, PR, godmother, fairy godmother, security, bodyguard. For what? See, pushing girls away from Neo. And still, Neo will still go to the girls and tell the girls, so me and Talani, we are not anything. There is nothing going on between us. And he will still come out and tell them, oh, he wants to get married. And even when Uriel suggested that, oh, you already have somebody in Talani, he said, no, And this is the same Neo that gist is going on about, that he and Beauty have something outside of the house. And this same Neo is denying that. You see that this Neo is a liar. Remember when he had a conversation when Tolani was asking him in bed about, the other relationship, and he denied that there is nothing between him and Beauty, rather that it's Beauty that wants something to happen between them. And he said he has a girl in the Nigerian Super Eagles, Super Falcons team, that her name starts with A. And a lot of people were calling an innocent girl, Alozie, I think that's her name, very beautiful girl, an innocent girl, saying that she's the one. Meanwhile, the girl is actually very single and is crushing on Alexander Iwobi, that is JJ Okocha's nephew. Now, yesterday, he said that he's not in any relationship at all. There is no footballer, there is nothing. The guy is just being inconsistent with what he says. Yeah? And he even opened his mouth and said that every girl that has dated him, they always want to come back. In my head, I'm like, V2? And this is the person that Tolani is doing everything to make sure she gains him as her trophy. As if all the men in Lagos are gone. All the men in Chicago, where she's coming from, are gone. Let me read comment, Jerry. What do you think about Angel new game and her effort to rebrand? Angel is actually doing great at rebranding herself. The Angel we are seeing this season, yes, I know I said in the early parts of the game, I think week 1, week 2, she was very condescending and arrogant, but this week has actually shown me a different side of Angel, which is she's actually very, very interested in tax. Remember the Angel we had in 2021 was not really interested. She always puts in her best in tax, head of house games and all that. That's an upgrade from the Angel we used to know back in Shania I season. Honestly, this Angel is giving woman vibes. This Angel is giving no longer real hot girl shit. This is real hot woman shit. And honestly, I respect that. I had my opinions about her the first week of the show. Do I still hold on to that opinion? No, I don't. I'm seeing a new side of, and it's pleasant to me. It's pleasing me and my homegirls. Yes, guys. Unpopular opinion, I think Doyin is quite manipulative. From the time she stepped in front of Baye, saying you regret this after the girls just had an altercation, then shouting, Biggie, can you see her? Oh, well, everybody has their own opinion. I was suspecting Doyin last night when she told Baye that the viewers like her. They like what she's doing. I just felt like this Doyin knows what's happening outside. What would you say about things might be happening on the outside to see? Would you also think that Ike knows what's going on outside? Since then, I've never seen her the same. She looked angry that Biggie didn't disqualify Baye. All I've seen her do in this came to discredit people, especially to Baye. Okay. Yeah, Shay is there to give us gossip content. Making her feel nobody likes her and they are all against her. Neo lies we always knew. We've moved on from doing and bias matter. However, we see how haters that are stalking, giving unpopular hateful opinions. Get a lie, people. We on T, but you are funny. CeCe is also giving the most content and is giving the viewers what to talk about. Well, CeCe has, like last night, I was pleasantly surprised with CeCe. I'm not gonna lie. Did you see her on the dance floor? I've never seen CeCe dance that much. Honestly, CeCe has not really been a dancer, but she's giving the dancers this season a run for their money, and I am all for that. Okay, guys, so I wanted to do this live for 30 minutes like I always do, but we've ended up with an hour. So you know what time it is. It's time for us to go. Yes, guys, I think we've covered everything that I wrote here. Baye, Neil, Mercy, Ike. Yeah, we've covered everything. Yes, guys. Angel is chill now, though I liked her feisty self, but I will watch and see if she will maintain this new look. She's still very much feisty. Oh. She is still very much feisty, Ade. Honestly, she is. It's just that she's no longer that girl. Like, Angel is, I like her now. I still liked her then. You all know how much I defended Angel, then, and I will still probably defend her now. I do not know. I just want to see them. I want to see the growth. Not necessarily the growth. I just want to see them do things differently in an all-stars manner. give something else that they did not give. You know, when Fina said, I did not finish doing me. Yeah, come back and give us that part of you that we actually didn't get to see. Be it good or bad. You don't know the one that people will like. I just don't want them to be stuck in their season. I don't want them to always have this whole, in my season I was a queen, in my season I was the king. Nah, this is an all-star season. Everybody's king and queen. And I think we've gone past that now. I think, the whole condescending talks have reduced. I think people and their arrogance have been, what's that down. I mean, the moment that Ilebaye, I think that's another thing that changed their perception. A lot of them thought Ilebaye would have gone. Let's leave this qualification aside. A lot of them actually thought that Ilebaye would have gone and not Princess. Even in the conversation that Mercy had with Ike yesterday, she still thought that Ilebaye will go, but Ike is a very smart guy. He said, no, a lot of people will like Ilebaye, so that girl is going nowhere. In fact, that girl might even stay here and other people go. They actually think that the level up, and honestly, see a Biggie. If not, I like Big Brother, I would have said something. Big Brother did the level up people a disservice, but I thank God that they're actually making a name for themselves. Had it been Big Brother brought in the firecrackers of the level up season, do you know that they have more advantage than your older phase? I know you people have this whole thing that, the people will go back to their previous fan bases. That's not how it works. See, a lot of your older fan base or faves have said things that probably have pissed off a lot of people, and these ones that just came out from last year are still very hot. Or do you think that if they brought in a beauty back in that house, that she will not be getting massive support from her fan base? You think they will say, because we supported this person? Nah. So I still feel like the level of people, they might not see it, but I feel like they actually have, people that are still, their IUCs are still with them to vote. They still just voted a year ago, and they can still vote again. They have, I don't know how to put it, like their memory is still very fresh, other than people that have been there before for 4 years ago. That's my own thing, cha. Okay. I beg go, no fighting here, no fighting, please. Thanks, very refreshing. You're welcome. I beg go. On this note, to say thank you guys so very much for being part of my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Thank you so very much. Don't worry. Don't worry. Next week, you're going to come early. We do this every week. I literally didn't have to do it last week because but I did a premiere last week. So yeah. Every week, 12 p.m. I didn't start early today. Forgive me. I slept off. Yes, guys. See you again tonight. I remain your darling girl, Azine Williams. Have yourself a beautiful, wonderful day ahead. Bye, guys. So at this point, I have to say,